right in the face of Mick Foley.
It looked like it's like one of those garment hangers as he just drove it into Mick Foley. And now Brother Ray, he's killing Booker T. Somebody put a stop to that madman.
They're not stopping anybody. Security having zero effect. Sting trash can shot to the head of Nash.
This is unreal, folks. Unbelievable. I've got a mindset to take my headset off and go out there and get me some.
Oh, we said it earlier. We knew that there was the potential for a war, and it's exactly what we've seen. Doug Williams to the top of the head from Sting.
Sting's just crashing everybody with garbage can lids, and look at this. Brother Ray applying that pressure on Scott Steiner's neck.
Back to the locker room. TNA officials trying to separate Samoa Joe and Lashley again.
Taz was trying to pull Joe back, it looked like, and it's a smart move. Saving for when you need him. But now it's just, folks, we're trying to call everything here for you.
There goes the Sheik. They're stacking up World Elite in the corner, and Saban connects. Now here comes Shelley, and here comes Daniels as well.
And we're back outside, and you can see these guys using chairs as swords. This is just, the damage that's being done here is just going to be unreal. There's just, you wonder how much harm's being done. Oh, another shot to Steiner.
That one courtesy of Sting, and we go back to the security camera. Doug Williams down from Storm.
Mike, this is the damnedest thing I've ever seen here tonight.
Is that sirens I hear?
I hope so. We need the police. Somebody, yes, it is, Mike, and they need to come in here and arrest Brother Ray.
This brawl, this riot has reached such proportions that the police department has arrived.
All my years in the wrestling business, I don't think I've ever seen anything as wild as what just went down. You know, not even at the height of the NWO. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go back. Let's take a look at that wild scene that just took place.
There were bodies everywhere. I mean, the violence was unprecedented as you see Bobby Lashley and Samoa Joe being pulled apart. But I mean, some of the things that you saw were just so over the line. Brother Ray was doing things to just physically try to maim people so they never wrestled again, putting them under tables, and it was devastating, Mike.
This brawl, this riot was so out of control that the police department had to be called.
Thank God.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a knockout tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one. First, from San Francisco, California, the future legend, Alyssa Flash.
Well, we are going to do our best to try and regroup on this wild and out-of-control edition of Impact. And let's take you back to singles action from last month as Alyssa Flash and Sarita debuted.
You talk about a debut, these two put on a show. I mean, more people have come to me and talked about Sarita and this new star. Who is she? Alyssa Flash? I've been looking forward to those two meeting in the ring again, and we're going to get it here in just a few seconds. Alyssa Flash, Sarita on opposite sides in this matchup.
Her tag team partner, representing the Main Event Mafia from St. Mary's, Ontario, Canada, Tracy Brooks.
While we're covering the past activities of the TNA Knockouts, let's take you back to 2 weeks ago right here on Impact when Knockout Law, Tracy, took advantage of a loophole in the rules.
Well, the rules stated last knockout standing, and you got to give this woman credit. She waited for the precise moment, the exact time, and then flipped Tara and Kong over the ropes. She was the last knockout standing, and although I wish it would have been one of the beautiful people, Tracy Brooks, not a bad substitute to join the Main Event Mafia.
She's the chosen one when it comes to the knockouts and the Main Event Mafia.
Their opponents first from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Ken Lewis.
Did you hear Taylor Wilde speak from the heart last week? The former knockout champion told Tracy that as the original knockout, that Tracy was the one that all the others looked up to. She even admitted that Tracy was one of the reasons she got into wrestling, and you could tell how upset she was when Tracy told her she was too soft for the business, get a new line of work.
Keep your emotions out of it.
Her tag team partner residing in Mexico City, Sarita!
Well, Sarita's Impact debut, it was a winning one as we just reviewed in the video in the match over Alyssa Flash. But to me, it was that post-match beating that Sarita received that puts her in position to gun for revenge tonight in this tag team match. And you know what? I still can't get over that brawl.
No, it's hard to concentrate on this. Thank God we got beautiful things to look at. It's going to help us a little bit. But, you know, Mike, I look at Sarita, and, I mean, she's like a female X Division wrestler, you know? I mean, just such a high flyer. Taylor Wilde, also very athletic. They should be very fun. And then you think about the power that this Alyssa Flash and Tracy Brooks are going to bring. This is going to be a great matchup. Two different styles on both sides of the ring.
Let me touch on it just one more time, Don. That war, that out-and-out riot that we saw, we are going to stay on top of that situation. We will have an update at the conclusion of this Knockouts tag team match.
As soon as we hear something, you'll hear something. And from what we understand, the police are getting things under control. You can see Taylor Wilde. Yeah, no kidding. Here comes Alyssa Flash. Now, this was a debut. Now, yeah, some people question what she did afterwards to Sarita. I think it was just her way of letting the entire knockout division know, I'm here, and I'm here to stay, and here these two are locking up again.
This is what you anticipated, Don. This is what you've been waiting for. When it came to the pre-match hype, I think everybody was on the side of Sarita. Alyssa Flash came to TNA almost as an unknown, and she proved in one night that she deserves to be mentioned among the top knockouts, and Sarita snaps off the Hurricane Rana.
Well, she's something else. I mean, Sarita was worldwide known. I mean, people have been talking about her and wondering if she would make it to TNA, so everybody was anticipating her debut. But I don't even think Sarita was prepared for what she saw in this Alyssa Flash. She just wasn't going to be intimidated by anyone. And these two knockouts, the newest members of the knockout division, have been so impressive.
And Sarita, Taylor Wilde going to work in tandem here.
Wow.
Sarita quickly up to the top, and
You're kidding me.
body block to the floor. That's impressive.
Fearless, we got to see this again. Watch how smooth Sarita is. I mean, this is unbelievable. Here she goes. I mean, just poetry in motion, full extension.
And now Taylor Wilde going to go for the pin on Alyssa Flash, but no, not able to put her away. Taylor Wilde, the upset queen, catches Alyssa with that shot, quickly reversed off into the ropes from outside. You see the interference from Tracy, but she gets kicked in the head. But never turn your back on Alyssa Flash.
How about that force? I mean, she just slammed her head into the mat, and this is what she brings to the table. Not only is she athletic, she just has that extra oomph. As you see, she goes for the pin attempt. She just has a mean streak, it seems like, that just makes her so unpredictable. Now we get to see Tracy Brooks in action, and what a kick to the gut.
The chosen one when it comes to the main event, Mafia. And you know that the Mafia wants to dominate every division in TNA, Don. They currently hold the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, the TNA World Tag Team titles. They no longer have that Legends belt, but Kevin Nash has got his eye on regaining that title from Mick Foley, and you know that they have plans for Samoa Joe to win the X Division Championship, and obviously for Tracy to become the knockout title holder.
Well, he's going to get that rematch with Homicide that kind of was broken up by Hernandez, and that he'll have that at Hard Justice. Samoa Joe trying to bring that belt to the Main Event Mafia. But I look at these women, I look at the TNA Knockout division. It's so rich. It's so loaded with talent. There is no division in women's wrestling anywhere in the world that can even touch what the women, the Knockouts, bring here in TNA.
Oh, you mentioned Samoa Joe and Homicide for the X Division title, and wow, Taylor Wilde driven face first into the mat. That's that extra impact that you talked about from Alyssa Flash. It's Joe and Homicide at Hard Justice for the X Division title, but we will also determine a new #1 contender for that X Division championship on August 16th.
And it's going to be inside the Steel Asylum, one of the most physically challenging matches history of TNA as you see Taylor Wilde throwing the